Going to show you how to solve Leetcode question 124 binary tree max path sum. It's a hard Leetcode question, but it's actually super similar to one of the max path, the diameter binary tree question that we have done earlier. So a path is a binary tree. It's the sequence of the node where each pair of adjacent node in the sequence has an edge connecting them. A node can only appear in sequence at once. Note that the path does not need to pass through the root. So the path sum of a path is the sum of the node's value in the path, and give the root of a binary tree, return the max path sum of any non-empty path. So for this tree here, 2, 1, 3, so if you go from 2, then the max path sum is 2 plus 1 plus 3, right? In this case, it goes through the root, and that's the max value. For this one, if you the root node is minus 10, so if any path go through it, it will add it to be smaller number because there is a negative number here. So end up being the optimal path is from 15 to 20 to 7 with a path sum of 15, 27, and add up all together as 42. And this is some constraint here. And this is an interview question asked by so many different companies for the past 6 months. So this is definitely a great question to practice on your understanding of the binary tree. If you look at it, one tricky thing is the negative number, right? So if any path that if you along the path, if any of the node has a negative number, then you simply actually don't want to include this node into the path at all. And when you're not including them, you're just maintaining the current sum that you already have sum up already. So you don't have to consider if it's a negative case. You want to simply get rid of them if it's a negative number. Say this is a negative 15, then the path that I go through, I absolutely don't want to include them, right? And essentially, when you try to find the longest path, is actually the value will be the node value itself, and then you add up to whatever the left or right, the biggest, that's the path. But the result you wanted to return is the max value, adds up everything together. And then when you add up everything together is this node value and the plus the node value on the left and the node value on the right side. And if all of them are positive number, if they're negative, you don't want to include them. And the result that you're looking for is whatever the value is, to include this node. Like when we go through each node, traverse the tree, if we want to include this node, we want to add up this new path's total value and update whatever the result that we already have. See whichever one that is the bigger, then we want to use that value as the last result. And then you want to call the function and find out the biggest value, so that you will be able to find the max path. I'll show you how to do this in code. So you want to define, let's say the max path function to calculate this path, and then you want to pass one parameter as the node, which is the node that you want to start with. And if not node, right, if node does not exist at all, you want to return the value as 0 because that path go through it is basically 0, right? And then you want to calculate this node that whatever that you're going through. For example, it's 15, right? And then the left side of this node is whatever max value of this path that you're calling this node.left function, and also with the 0. this is how with updated with the max between a 0. This is how you making sure that this node, this value would not be a negative number, because if it's negative number, I simply don't want to include it. So then the right side, I want to take the max of the same recursively calling the node right, and also update the right side value with the 0. So that'll make sure the right side is bigger than 0 as well. So if I look at this here, the left side is actually 0, right side is 0 too, and updated with 0, they are still 0, but at least I make sure they're a positive number, right? So then if we want to decide if we want to include this node into our path, so let's calculate the new path total. That will be node double, basically 15, right? Plus left plus right. So then this new path total will be 15. And then once we updated the 15, we will know the end result, and I will define the result later. The end result will be the max of the result or the new path, whichever that is bigger. So in this case, our result was 0, right? And then we add a new path is 15. So 15 is definitely bigger than our new path. So the result is currently as 15. And then for this function, what you wanted to return when you find the path is actually node double plus max of the left or the right. So whichever the left side is bigger or right side of the bigger, and then you want to add them together. That's the longest path that you want to return. And when you calling the function and you want to define the result as a flow, let's say it's a negative infinity number, so that when you update it, it always get guaranteed to get updated by these positive integers. So then you want to call the path function, and then you pass the root value. Because I defined a result outside of this function, so I will have to declare it. So I will do non-local here, and then result. And then in the end, what I wanted to do is after running this path, calling the root node, I want to return the result. And this should be it. Yep. If you think this is helpful, please give me a thumbs up, like my video, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you soon with more Leetcode questions. Bye bye.